here above Truckee. Got the 110. I don't think I've introduced you guys to this 110. Just bought it the other day. Had to bring it home in the Subaru. This is a 2021, fuel injected. When we went out and found that SR-71 crash site, I realized I needed something a little more reliable. My son was ripping on that Kawasaki, but that thing was smoking a little bit, using some oil. So we replaced it with this. Sadly, my son couldn't join me on this trip, so I'm rocking the 110 by myself. These solo missions hit a little different. Out here in the woods by myself, it's incredibly exciting, but my nerves are on edge a little higher than usual. We're looking for a crashed C-47.
On October 26, 1950, a U.S. Air Force Douglas C-47D was flying from Hillfield, Utah, to McClellan Air Force Base in Sacramento, California. It disappeared and failed to report in. The wreckage was found 7 months later, near Carpenter Ridge, Nevada County.
This is the hillside that they hit. I think my destination is right up there somewhere. The road's pretty faded. Not too much activity up here. You can see the iconic wreckage all the way from here. The piece of wreckage that gave this site the name, I think that was the bell of Rafferty's bell. I'm gonna park the 110, continue on foot. I doubt I chose the most direct route to get to the site, but it sure is pretty. Well, this is the top of the rocks. I definitely climbed too far. It's incredibly steep and slippery here, but we've reached the point where I can see the bell. Not quite sure what the best route is. Better do another rock test for you. That wasn't very eventful. There you go. There's a picture from somewhere about where I'm standing with a wing, a portion of the wing from the airplane up in that crevice. Really is something to look at. I'm almost directly under it now. Every little crevice has some evidence of the plane crash. There's a cave up here with a few pieces of the plane and a couple headstones. There's a trickle of water in the back of the cave. Really brings the air temperature down. The official report says the plane was carrying communications cable. This wire stretches all the way up and around the tree. We're a few hundred feet down from the bell. There must be a few miles worth of cable here. Here's a larger piece. The train is already uncomfortably steep, and it looks like it gets steeper. One report I read said that there's more wreckage down there, down the canyon. I'm gonna go relocate the 110 and then I will come up from the bottom. Here's a small hatch of some sort. The communications cable is definitely the theme of the crash site. There are small pieces of it everywhere I've looked so far. The cable from that main lump that I showed you earlier is strung out all the way down, probably 60 feet below. Apparently used to sound in the wind, and that's how it got the name Rafferty's bell. I see a piece that moves slightly when the wind blows. I think maybe during a storm, I think it would still sound. I haven't heard the bell sound, and I'm okay with that. It's already a somber enough mood, thinking about these guys crashing into the hill. This crash site is a lot different than the SR-71 I went to. Both pilots of the SR-71 ejected and survived. These guys weren't so lucky. Oh, it's a welcome sight. 110 up in the woods. Man, she looks good. You think you're in shape until you come up in the mountains and trudge around for an hour. Not in as good a shape as I thought I was. Here we are. Let's go see if we can relocate down to the bottom of the debris field. Well, I was wrong about this road. I went down a ways and it doesn't go where I need it to go. So I guess that's the end of my exploration of the crash site. I stopped here because you can see the bell through the trees. It's really a pretty neat memorial for those guys that lost their lives serving our country. May they rest in peace, and I hope their families find comfort. I think that's the end of this adventure. I'm going to take the 110 on back to the truck. I'll see you guys on the next episode.